Good morning. Building bridges. Okay. All right. So, looking here at the playlist. So, yesterday we talked about the meaning of the word SMART goals and what it means to have a SMART goal. So, let's just kind of review that concept. All right. So, in order for a goal to be considered SMART, and SMART, being an acronym, SMART means that your goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So that means that, and this, color coded example pretty much covers it. But we want to use specific things that can be tracked. So we don't just want to say, I want to drink more water. I want to be able to track that to make sure that I am drinking my water, right? And so far I've drank about 10 ounces of water today. So I'm about a quarter of the way through the day. So I'm gonna say that I'm on track for the day. But that is one of my goals, is to drink more water. But instead of saying drink more water, I'm going to drink 80 ounces of water per week for 1 month and see how I feel. And that's a more specific goal. So remember, when you're writing SMART goals, you want to use specific numbers instead of being very general. So you want to be specific. So you want to tie that number to your goal, and you want to be able to track it or make it measurable. Okay, so we don't want to just be real general. We want to give it a time frames, like per week or per year or per month, and you can pick it, right? And then you want to give it a time. So you want to like give it a deadline. You want to do this by a certain time. That way you have that deadline in mind, and you're like, okay, I need to get this goal done by this date. You're going to be more likely to achieve it. I put this on my Twitter yesterday, okay? And I'll go out to my Twitter because I want to make sure I say this correctly here. How do I get to my profile? Because I found this statistic. I want to say only 3%. I don't really want to see a Belvita ad. How do I get to my profile? Oh, profile. Okay, I don't usually go through the desktop app, but there's my building bridges class from last year when we went to UPMC Mercy. That was a fun day. Okay, so statistics show that only 3% of adults have specific, measurable, time bound goals. So only 3% of all adults, that's not many, and they achieve 10 times as much as people without goals. So SMART goals are pretty important to have. This is not just some random strategy I'm throwing out at you guys. This is the difference between you being successful with your goals and you not being successful with your goals, right? So make sure you turn that in. You use the color codes to help you if you haven't already turned in the SMART goals. Okay. Then we started working through, and this is on the playlist under number 4 on Monday, and also number 2 today, the goal sheet assignment. So open up the goal sheet assignment. And we did our short-term goals on Monday. Short-term goals are goals that you want to achieve in the next 12 months, right? Things you want to get done. So my SMART goals were to drink 80 ounces of water per day for 1 month. Notice I wrote that in SMART goal format there. And my strategy is, okay, well, how do I plan to achieve that goal? What's going to get me there, right? So obviously using a water bottle, because I wouldn't be able to measure it without a water bottle. So today, you guys are going to focus on your medium-term goals and long-term goals. So I'm going to do my goals together. Hopefully you can write some of your goals in there. Your goals and my goals are obviously going to be different, right? So let me think of a SMART goal here for my medium term. This is something that I wanted to do this past summer, but with COVID, I didn't do this. I didn't even book my plane tickets. Luckily, I was slacking on that. But I wanted to go to Washington to Mount Rainier. Have you guys ever seen pictures of Mount Rainier? It's like really beautiful. But so I wanted to hike 20 miles. I enjoy hiking in Mount Rainier. Actually, hike 20 miles in Mount Rainier. That's a national park by, and I had to change the deadline on this. It was going to be 2020, and now who know, I don't want to even book anything for 2021, so I'm just going to say August 2022. August 2022. So I have my specifics, I have my goal. I can measure that I'm going to this national park, and I give myself a deadline. So what would be my strategy? So anytime we want to go on vacation, it costs money, right? So I have about 2 years almost to save for that trip. Um, but I'm just gonna say, save, you know, let's just say $100 per month to save up money for the plane tickets, because I have to buy plane tickets for my family, and luckily I could stay with my sister-in-law. Hopefully she still lives there at the time. Okay, so that's one of my medium-term goals. What are your medium-term goals? So a lot of students, their medium-term goals for the next 1 to 3 years. Many students' goals include getting a job, getting a part-time job. You guys are 14, 15, so getting a job in the next year might not be easy enough, but I just ran into one of my former students at Kohl's yesterday on 51, and I was so excited to see that. I know a lot of my students who are juniors are getting jobs right now, so that might be a medium-term goal for you. Maybe driving, saving for a car, doing something sports related. So this is like the rest of your high school career. For me, I'm not in high school, so I want to add a new web design class. I already teach one web design class here. I want to add a different one that's like more of a internship where we make a website for a business in the community. Add a new web design class by the 2021-2022 school year. Okay. So it's specific and it has a deadline. Is it realistic? It's pretty realistic for me, especially because I've already had this discussion with Dr. K before about adding a new web design class. And my strategy is to create a proposal for the new class. To present to administration, because they'll have to get that board approved. So that's my strategy. So I have to get that done sometime this fall if I want that class. And then my third medium term goal is to learn JavaScript. Okay, so but that's too general. I want to learn JavaScript. It's a different programming language that I'm not quite as familiar with as I am with Python and HTML and CSS. So I want to make this more specific. So I want to, get 100% on a JavaScript quiz by, and I'm giving myself the date of December 2021. So I'm going to give myself a little over a year to try to learn all the JavaScript concepts. And I want to use the strategy. There's this website I go on for tutorials, and I want to complete 3 JavaScript tutorials per week. That's what I want. So you guys are going to have totally different goals. than I am, because you guys are in high school. You're in a different phase of your life. So I want you guys to think about the rest of your high school career. Make sure you guys are writing your goals in SMART format. Okay, be specific. Make sure that it's something that you can track, and make sure you're giving yourself a deadline. When you get to the deadline, make sure that you can track it. Did I achieve this goal? Just by writing it down, you're probably more likely to achieve it. Okay. So your long-term goals are going to be your goals after high school. So for you guys as students, you guys might have career-related goals. You guys might want to go into a certain job or a certain college. You guys might want to go on a certain vacation. Maybe you want to have 5 kids. I don't know. So it could be anything from, when you graduate high school to after high school. So I came up with my SMART goals for the future before class here. These are my actual goals. I'm not making these up. I'm doing this alongside you guys. So I want to buy a condo to rent out in like Seven Springs or the mountains. I'll just say Seven Springs area by the year 2027. So my son will be 10 by then, and I figured I can try to do that. So my strategy is to save, let's just say, save tax money for the next 7 years to buy the condo. Save my tax money. So that's my strategy. So it's specific. I can even make it more specific if I say 3-bedroom. Does anyone like to go skiing? Anyone ever gone skiing before? Maria, you go. Is it hard? Yeah. That's something I want to learn how to do this year. I should have made that one of my goals. Okay, sorry, it's just some typing error here. Okay. All right. My next SMART goal is I would like to teach one class at a college in addition to teaching in high school. So I'm going to do both. Teach one class at a college by the year 2034. So that's the year before my son graduates high school. My son starts preschool this morning. He's starting in 5 minutes, actually. So I want to teach one. I'm going to post pictures later on Twitter if you guys don't follow me on Twitter. So teach one class at a college by the year 2034. So it's specific because I said one class. It's attainable, and I'm giving myself a deadline. So my strategy is to check, network with other professors in the year 2030 to, go to some event, go to networking events so I can meet other people who work in this field. Okay, my last goal. I want to eat pizza in Italy. That's pizza is my favorite food. So I want to eat pizza in Italy. I could spell Italy. Has anyone here ever been to Italy or know anyone who's been to Italy? I heard the pizza's really good there. Eat pizza in Italy by the year 2035. And this is the year my son graduates high school. So he'll be old enough then. So obviously I need to save a lot of money for that trip. So my goal could be, you know, save $100, whoops, 100 per month for the next 15 years. Wonder how much that would be. So 1,200 times 50. Yeah, that might be enough money to go. We'll see. Hopefully with inflation. But the goal is, guys, that your SMART goal should be written with that specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time bound criteria. And then your strategy is just kind of like how you get there, how you plan on what you think might be a good plan to get to that goal. So in the end, you're going to have 9 really well written goals by the end of this assignment, and you can turn that in. And I will be looking when I grade it to make sure that your goals are written in that like SMART, you know, criteria, because that was one of the purposes of this assignment. So the rest of the week, tomorrow, I'd like you guys, I don't have anything for you to turn in, but I would like you to check your PowerSchool app, check your grade, see if you have anything marked as a 0. Please know that if you are below a 70%, you will be sent home an unsatisfactory report. But if you check your grade tomorrow and you see that you are below a 70%, you can make up whatever you owe me. I'll grade it tomorrow or on Thursday, and you can avoid that unsatisfactory report. Thursday, we're going to start the project for the week, which is the vision board assignment. And basically, it's just a pic collage with all your goals on it, and there's instructions for doing that there and my example of my vision board. But also, you're going to share a quote about goals. And I want to point out to you guys, I know sometimes I have you guys post pictures on a discussion board. So what I want you guys to do, and so I included a picture of how to do this, is embed the image, don't attach it. So make sure you guys, you know, look at those instructions on Thursday when you guys go to do your goal quote. And then we're going to revisit those goal quotes next week. Your students will, or your classmates will look through this. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video about the playlist this week, how to write a SMART goal, and the goal sheet assignment. And please let me know if you guys need help with any of your specific goals. Have a great day.